baby. Back and embedded in Ed, ready to farm some soy milk, drinking guppies into the ground. Got my real estate license against all odds, legendary. So if anyone knows of anyone in Texas who is looking to sell their house, preferably any sexy fixie owns, wouldn't mind selling their house. Of course, they would get the mini mice included with that one. But let me know. I'm a real estate agent. I don't commit any fraud or misrepresentation. I'm completely ethical. I wouldn't take any kickbacks or extra donations on the side. I really need some donations. Yeah. So let me know. I'm doing a video today on after the Trumpy Baba got convicted somehow. Well, of course, because it was a rigged trial. But he, of course, skyrockets in the polls. You should have seen him walk into the UFC. He got like the standing ovation. People were going insane. So I'm going to watch this video on it and do a reaction vid.
In prison, trying to prepare people for this. They've been wanting to do it for a very long time. It doesn't really matter what it does to their chance. They can't. They're sociopaths. They truly. They have no rationality left. They're rabid. And they must get Orange Man in an orange suit. And that actually probably wouldn't be good.
They are bloodthirsty hyenas.
Show that there's an increase in Trump support.
But every time they do this to Trumpy Baba, he's literally just a Teflon Don hero and just bounces back like it's nothing.
Post-guilty conviction. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Donald Trump up 6 points in some polling. Donald Trump creeping ahead.
He's just going up and up and
other
up.
polls, a 6-point bump in the polls here. Ladies and gentlemen, people saying that the charges are politically motivated. 47% saying yes, the charges are politically motivated.
I'm surprised there's not even more than that.
And also, Biden actually going down in the polls, not just Trump going up, Biden going down. You can see Biden losing a point on Donald Trump. National General Election poll right here. These are left-wing polls, by the way.
Yeah. Can you imagine a right-wing poll? Then they're way more accurate. But even the left-wing polls are having Trumpy Baba ahead. Imagine that one. That's a scary thought for the Pesocrats.
Since the guilty verdict. So since the guilty verdict, the polls have actually gone down for Biden, up for Trump. It continues, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out. Do you believe your neighbors would vote for Trump? Trump, 34% plus 12. Post-conviction from Stalinist
That was a sketchy laugh.
Trump's numbers continue to surge. National general election, Donald Trump up 1 point. Again, this is
going to be great, especially for the real estate industry, because as soon as interest rates come down, then the market's going to be flooded with people wanting to buy houses, and that'll be good for me. I don't know really what to do to get started. I was watching a video and they said call 5 people a day. What am I just going to call random 5 people a day? Oh, are you selling your house? Like, oh, I'm the maestro. Are you selling your house? Can I represent you? Do you have any hot daughters that you want to get an arranged marriage?
After the conviction, Decision Desk headquarters, the national polling averages here. Look at this. You can see here, this is May. This is the conviction.
Legendary Bob.
No change. No discernible change right now. Not the spike that they were intended on showing. There was a spike, though, somewhere in the bank account of Donald Trump. We reported this weekend that Donald Trump raised $72 million in a
Can you imagine that?
Now,
and the maestro just needs $20,000 for a car. The Trumpy Baba can easily spare that for the maestro.
Reported that Donald Trump has raised $200 million in just 3 days since the guilty felony verdict, son Eric Trump claims. So Eric Trump says $70 million in small dollar donors, so that number was accurate, but large dollar donors crept the number up to $200 million, a staggering number. Here's the actual reporting on this number officially. Check it out.
Think about that. 3 days, people from around the country just donated him $200 million. That's crazy. So he can only use that for campaign stuff, though, I think.
Verdict the money, and man, oh man, are we talking a lot of money.
I will go and do it, Denny's, and use that money.
The Trump campaign says it has raised now more than $200 million since Donald Trump was convicted on those 34 felonies, including $100 million reportedly from billionaire donor Miriam Adelson. What the White House is saying about all of that and how much the
Just gave him $100 million
was raised by comparison. We might find out soon. Welcome, everybody. I'm Neil Cavuto. Glad to have you.
Can you imagine being that rich that you just donate someone $100 million? And then I'm out here just can't even make $1 a fucking month. It's insane.
Let's get the latest from the White House. Jackie Heinrich keeping track of all this money coming in.
He deserves it, though.
Some surprises in that building behind her. All right, to you, Jackie.
Good afternoon, Neil. You know, the Biden campaign...
Well, she's decently attractive. Would you like me to sell your house, Vixen?
...campaign is not reading Trump's massive fundraising haul as confirmation that voters found the verdict to be unfair. Instead, they're responding this way and also saying they've had a good stretch in fundraising of their own.
I have no doubt that they raised a significant amount of money because his base, we know, is going to stick with him through thick and thin, whether he's a convicted felon or not. This campaign did, in fact, have one of the best stretches of fundraising since the campaign launched.
The campaign didn't specify how much they've taken in during the period they described.
It's always funny how they try to spin it. They'll always try to spin it like Trump isn't doing good. It's so disgusting.
As one of their best stretches of fundraising.
Oh, he took in $200 million in 3 days, but did he take in $1 billion? Like, shut up.
They also didn't specify how long that stretch was or when it was, but Trump allies say $200 million in donations since the verdict, with $70 million from small dollar donations, means that they are pulling in new supporters, and that could translate to new voters.
So are there any other
If you're going to donate to Trump, then you're going to vote for Trump.
records for Donald Trump to break? Well, actually, yes. Donald Trump has become the fastest growing TikToker this weekend, reaching 4 million followers. Meanwhile, Joe Biden still has 300,000. Donald Trump only has a single post, and it's pretty legendary. Here it is.
The president is now on TikTok.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine walking into a place, everywhere you go, everyone loves you? It's insane. Imagine that energy.
So Donald Trump taking over young man's game, old man's game, and getting some strange allies along the way. Alvin Bragg's a former colleague and current CNN legal analyst, calling out the rigged Trump case and even accusing Judge Juan Merchan of violating the law. Ellie Honig.
You know when a guy's name is Juan Merchan, you know he's going to be some evil, maniacal, cackling fucking peasant.
Trial blew his mind, and he called it an unjustified mess. The judge donated money, a teeny amount of $35, but in plain violation of a rule prohibiting New York judges from making political donations of any kind to pro-Biden or anti-Trump political organizations. Eli Honig went ham on this decision, live on air. Check it out.
So the jury instructions are so important. They're sort of dry, but they're crucial. They're the last thing the jury will hear before they disappear into that jury room to deliberate. And we, as a criminal justice system, we do the best we can. We try to have the judge explain it in non-legal, understandable terms. Some part of the jury instruction is easy to understand. For example, it's up to you, the jury, to assess the credibility of the witnesses. Anyone can understand that. Other parts get really deep into the weeds, usually when we get into the elements of the crime. And what happened today, when the parties were arguing about what the jury instruction should be and should not be, absolutely blew my mind. I need to call this out. We collectively, prosecutors, are pushing the boundaries of due process here. The general back and forth in the courtroom today was the defense lawyers saying, Your Honor, please tell the jury specifically what the other crime is, right? Prosecutors have to prove falsified records for another crime. Defense lawyers were begging him. They have to know what the other crime is. And prosecutors were saying, no, let's keep it very vague and general. It's a bizarro world. I know that there is some aggressive reading of the New York statute that says, well, the jury doesn't really have to know what the other crime is. But
that's disgusting.
To me, that suggests that the DA's office is hell-bent on getting the conviction now and worry about the fallout.
Over on ABC News,
That's crazy. Even CNN, even the most spineless rats are saying that what they did was completely wrong. That's crazy. But anyways, let me know if you like this video and want me to do more political stuff. It seems like people don't really... Well, my channel's not based around political stuff, but I'm so bored of World of Trashcraft content. It's just so boring, so... and I can't even do any content when I haven't leveled my character. So let me know, and let me know if anybody knows of anybody in Texas who wants to sell their house or buy a house. Legendary. And the My Show never gives up.